Hello everyone. Now we are going to see about weapon development, consulting and engineer in professional ethics, presented by Golden Ashwini. On completion of this video, students will be able to explain what is weapon development and they can also explain what are the responsibilities of consulting engineer. Engineers as consultant. So consultants are the person who give expert advice in engineering, business, law, etc. So, consulting engineers generally exercise their consulting activities as independent. They are paid for their services by fees, not by salaries. Since they are the sole employer for their practice, therefore, they have greater freedom than most salaried engineers to make decisions about the project. So, corresponding to their greater freedom, the consulting engineers should also deal with a wider variety of moral concerns than salaried engineers. Okay, some of the responsibilities of consulting engineers are the following are advertising, competitive bidding, contingency fees, safety and client needs, provision for resolution of disputes. So first advertising. So many companies seek help of the consulting engineers for advertising to promote and to improve sales of their product. So consulting engineers are responsible for advertising properly their services. As a consultant, engineers should not release misleading advertisement or endorse false claims of the product. Okay, so it is experienced that competitive advertising has caused friction among engineers, reduced their mutual respect, and damaged the profession's public image. So, the next one is competitive bidding. Here, the competitive bidding means the process of offering of prices at an auction or in business to achieve something. So, in other words, it is a process of competing for project on the basis of submitting priced proposals. So, negative aspect of competitive bidding, it was concerned that permitting competitive bidding in some engineering areas might invite few unethical results. For example, low bids may compromise the desired result of safety and quality. In the case of high bids, over designing or padding may be resulted. Okay, then the banning of competitive bidding by engineers firms have raised many suspicious questions in the minds of clients. So some of the questions are how to choose the best one among many options. What are the criteria for the selections? If the selection is based on the unproven qualification, then how the qualifications are to be determined. Okay, the next one is contingency fees. So, consulting engineers should be paid the consultancy fees honestly and fairly for their professional competence. So, an engineer shall not recuse to propose or accept a professional commission on a contingent basis under circumstances in which his professional judgment may be compromised, or when a contingency provision is used as a device for promoting or securing a professional commission. Then the next one is safety and client's need. So, safety and clients need. Since the consulting engineers enjoy greater freedom than the salaried engineers, therefore, they have a greater responsibilities in decision making concerning safety. So, most of the times, consulting engineers are offered a design only project. Uh, you know, Design only project, the consultant contracts only to design the project, not to have any other roles, even a supervisory work. Sometimes The design only projects are problematic because of difficulties encountered in implementing the consultant design. So, improper implementation of design may cause unwilling consequences. Thus, on site inspection by the consultant who designed the project is very much essential to complete the project successfully. Then the last one is provision for resolution of disputes. So, since the large engineers project require responsibilities from different levels within the organizations representing owners. So, the consulting engineer and the construction company. Therefore, it is obvious that there may be chances for overlapping responsibilities, misplaced control, indecision, delays, and inability to solve dispute quickly. Also, in the recent times, filling of litigating cases against the consulting engineers has increased considerably. Okay, next one is weapon development. Based on the size of expenditure, direct or indirect involvement of engineers and innovative developments, military technology is an area that calls for serious discussion on the engineering ethics. As a modern weapons of war progressed through catapults, cannons, machine guns, and bombs released from airplanes and missiles to reach further and further. So the soldiers firing them were less likely to see the individual human being, the soldiers as well as citizens they have as their general target. So for some engineers, their involvement with weapons development conflicts with personal concerns, such as knowing that making weapons in a company is a job which would be done by someone else if he doesn't do, and that cannot change the result. Though working in a toxic chemical manufacturing plant can make you feel guilty, the idea abolishing this disastrous thing once you became the CEO of the company makes you get the feeling of being in good books, though you might or might not be when the time comes. There can also be instances where an engineer can feel that the development of weapons is an expression of conscientious participation in national defense. So, an engineer who is a specialist in missile control and guidance can feel proud that he is being able to help his country through his effort in the defense industry, especially as a part of war on the terrorism. In a broader context, weapons include anything used to gain an advantage over an adversary or to place them at advertisement. Examples include the use of to place them at the advertisement. Example including the use of sales tactics and psychological weapons which reduce the morale of an enemy. So every engineer has to decide by examining his or her own conscience whether to work or not to work in defense related industries. First, the role of engineers in defense industry. So we need to know defense industry is one of the area which provide number of jobs opportunities to engineers. Engineers are capable of innovating and developing new weapons. Weapons are designed for one purpose to kill human beings. Okay, then the next one is the engineer involvement in weapons work. So engineers who have engaged themselves in manufacturing of war weapon also anti-personnel bombs have developed compromising attitudes about their involvement through their or aware of consequences of war weapons. Then defense industry problems. So many nations gives privileges to defense industry without even thinking on serious problems that arise in large military builds up. Okay, some of the problem is now waste of cost overruns is a major one of the defense industry. Another problem is faced by the defense industry in is the technology creep. So the technology creep refers to the development of new weapons such as the cruise missile which can change diplomatic arrangement even as they are being negotiated. Thus, it affects the political stability of the country. Okay, thanks. Thanks for listening.